What's up, ladies and gentlemen? YouTube Cthulhu the Dark One back for this week's Cthulhu's Corner, and a little bit late, I'll admit, and I apologize if that bothers anyone. What can I say? Diablo tends to take up more time than I thought it would. But anyway, actually, on that note of Diablo 3 specifically, it came out for consoles. Been playing it. I love it. I mean, it's Diablo. For consoles, we don't have to worry about the auction house or having to be online to play it. So, take that as you will. That was two big issues with the PC version. Camera's a little off. There we go. But I know the last couple videos I've been saying I was going to get footage up of Splinter Cell, Blacklist, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shell. I don't own Splinter Cell anymore, so sorry for that one if you were looking forward to that. Long story short, it just kind of got real old real quick. I bought it for pretty much multiplayer. Nothing against the single player that I played a couple missions of, just not my thing. I guess to lump it up, kind of bad level design for spies, not a lot of hiding places, and bad lighting choices, I guess. Like, you should have been able to make it a lot darker. Then we come to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shell. It's been kind of good or bad, depending on what you read. Most is bad. I didn't mind the game. I got what they were going for. I played through it. I don't want to say it's a bad game. I do think they made some bad design choices in it. I watched a handful of reviews, and the stuff that they particularly panned, like I believe on Game Trailers reviews, I never saw any of the negative things that they have footage of in that whole game. But I mean, it is what it is. I beat it single player, and I got a handful of achievements, and I can't care enough to go back to get those. Like, I just would have to replay levels to get the in-game stuff to upgrade a weapon or so. But if you really want to see footage of it, I'll run through it again. I don't mind. I know I said I would, but it's just kind of like, it's not all that interesting, I guess you could say, or I think it would be. The same thing goes with Diablo 3. If you really want to see footage of it, I'd be more than happy to record myself playing it. But, again, I don't really see it as being that entertaining. You couldn't really use it as a walkthrough, being as all the dungeons and most open environments are randomly generated. And enemy placement and types are randomly generated in the dungeons. So, I mean, if anybody really wants to see it, please leave in the comments below and I'll film it. I mean, it ain't no big deal to me, but I just don't see it as being that engaging. But speaking of video games, this week we finally got a release date for our Xbox One. It's November 22nd, 8 years to the date after the Xbox 360. And for all you Sony fanboys, you get yours a week early. Ooh, touch you with a fucking stick. Yeah, so it's November 22nd, a week before Thanksgiving / Black Friday. So, of course, there are rumors out and about of Microsoft has addressed that they are working very hard to make sure that even if you didn't pre-order it, you'll be able to find it. Sony really hasn't said one way or the other on theirs. There's rumors speculating about a Black Friday sale that'll actually be the same price as the PS4, but none of it's official. So, long story short, we have a release date. Yay, I can't wait. Mine's already been paid for, so just gotta wait for it to get here, sort of thing. But it just took a while, sort of thing. Like, let's see, what else? There's a handful of stuff going on. New RoboCop movie trailer. They finally released one, and it looks pretty fucking cool. Excuse me. And it's out and about on the internet lands, and even here on YouTube. It looks pretty cool. At first, I had my apprehensions when all we saw were set photos, but that turns out he wasn't in the full costume. So, it's kind of jumping to false judgment, but it looks pretty cool in the trailer, I'm not going to lie. I was pretty excited for it at the end of it all. So that's out and about. Let's see. Other than that, kind of here or there stuff. Not major. The big thing this week was November 22nd for the Xbox One. I think I mentioned it last time. If I didn't, Sony for the PS4 released a statement saying that you'll be able to you'll be able to use a cell phone app or, tablet device to queue up a download on your system at home, and it'll download it, and you'll have it ready for you. Which I think is a good example of the difference in good PR of Sony and bad PR of Microsoft in this whole next gen console war. Because you look at that statement from Sony, it's not the exact words, but that's all they said. They're like, hey, with the PS4, you'll be able to use your phone or tablet device and queue up a download to start a game downloading, and it'll be ready for you when you get home. In the statement, like the feature, don't like it, be interested in it, don't be interested in it. They left it up to people to figure out, well, if I want to do that, that means it's always on and has to be connected to an internet source. Which is exactly what everyone was bitching about 360 needing. Now, granted, it's just to use that feature, you need that. But still, people, they don't mention that, and that's where Microsoft kind of fouled up with all what they were telling people. They described, they laid that down first, like, you have to be connected. Trust us, it'll be cool. It was just bad PR. I'm still getting an Xbox One out of preference, but I will admit it was horrible PR. Let's see, in my channel news, I gotta say a big thanks to everyone. I went over to my buddy's house and shot a review of the Hot Toys Batmobile. It is humongous. If you haven't seen it, I made a new playlist here on the channel for Hot Toys. Went over to my buddy's house. He has a whole case of them that I'll be shooting reviews for. I'll either do it probably mostly at his place, or maybe do one or two over here. Just depends on schedules and whatnot. But it's done really good in views, so thanks for everybody checking that out, and thanks to him for letting me come over and do it. And I got a couple more in the wings. Those videos I will try to upload Wednesday night, so it'll definitely be available by Thursday unless something goes wrong. And again, this is a day late because, like I said, Diablo 3 is one of those things, much like the old ones, it's kind of like, oh, I'll hop in and do this quest real quick, and then it's 3 hours later. So, yeah, I'll admit it's kind of lazy on my part. Also, I'm looking into, as far as channel news, I've gotten some advice from friends that watch my videos. No one's ever mentioned it in the comments, but I may be looking into some editing software to help with the toy reviews looking a little bit nicer, and maybe this stuff looking a little bit nicer. I'm not necessarily opposed to it. The majority of why I haven't never used it before is sheer laziness on my part. Plus, I guess I feel like everybody kind of needs their thing on YouTube, and mine is I just turn the camera on and go, and there you go. But so looking into that, and yeah, that's about it really. Like I said, the big thing was the Xbox One, so that's pretty cool that we finally got a date. Took them long enough, that's for damn sure. But yeah, once again, appreciate all the views, likes, faves, and all that good stuff. If you want to hear me talk about something, or did I miss something that I could cover next time, please leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you next week. And for like the in-between, like reviews of Hot Toys or anything else for that matter, if I do a second video, I will do them all on Wednesdays. Or Wednesday to be uploaded, or to be there Thursday. So just a reference for that. So until next time,